Hi, my name is Sarah and this is Sputnik Reviews. First of all, why? I'm gonna put this in a more permanent position later. Yay! Yay! Shit, I'm missing a Y. Oh. Oops. Yep. Can't even tell. That's the name. I'll figure that out later. Let's get this on with. So this is my very first book review. My first video was an intro video. I'll put a little link thing right there if you haven't watched that, just kind of explaining what my channel is going to be about. But this is my very first book review and it will be on Divergent by Veronica Roth. If you don't know what Divergent's about, this is just a little synopsis. Little description, I'll read it out. Beatrice Pryor, or Triss as she is also known. I didn't really like the name Beatrice. It kind of reminded me of a rundown, like, waitress, rundown diner waitress, like the beehive hair, you know, I didn't really like it, so I mainly, when I refer to the main character, I'm going to refer to her as Triss, just because I don't like Beatrice. Anyway, Triss lives in a society divided into 5 factions: Candor, the honest, Abnegation, the selfless, Dauntless, the brave. There goes my phone ringing. Sorry about that. Phone's ringing stuff. Anyway, Timidity, the peaceful, Erudite, the intelligent. Anyway, they're just kind of, those are the things they're known for. Once a person in any faction turns 16, they must choose a faction they will devote the rest of their lives to. For Triss, this is a choice of staying with her family or being who she really is. During her highly competitive initiation, Triss struggles to discover who her real friends are. And if there's actually something going on between this guy whose nickname is a number, not giving away anything, all the while keeping a secret that if it got out could mean her demise, even though she has no idea why. Now, when I first heard of this, my camera's a bit. Don't move. Stay. Okay, sorry about that. Now, when I first heard of this book, I originally saw it as an advertisement off of Facebook. The cover just looked interesting, but that's not really sparked my interest. Like, I looked it up and I was like, okay. It just seemed to be popping everywhere. Like, all the advertisement, they compared it to the Hunger Games. Like, saying it was the next Hunger Games. It had that kind of feeling to it. For me, the book didn't exactly have a Hunger Games feel. And, it just had its own feel, and I don't really like the idea of comparing the books. They were different, most definitely, so I don't agree with that. So hearing the hype about this book, I did have pretty high expectations. Like, being compared to the Hunger Games is a pretty, I guess, high honor, I guess. Like I said, they weren't really similar to me. I don't see why they would really compare it. There's other books I've read that I would say are more like the Hunger Games. I'm not going to name any names just because I can't think of them off the top of my head. But, some similarities between the books involve, like, an oppressive government, overcomplicated relationship with boys, and just sadistic people wanting to kill them. Really. like any good book needs. Some more sadistic people. Woo! Yeah. When I originally started reading Divergent, I thought it was going to be a lot like the other futuristic books that I had read. Kind of, but the way the author organized the government and the different kind of societies was even though it was kind of like a similar idea between a lot of them, the way she did it was kind of new and fresh, and I really liked that. I really liked the obvious struggle that people had to go through with picking a different faction than their own. Like, it wasn't just a simple matter of like leaving and be like, oh, I don't like this place anymore, I want to go travel off to like live somewhere else. It really felt, you really felt the characters' emotions having to like kind of almost abandon their family, or that's what it felt like to them. Now, just in the way of like complaints, I didn't have any major complaints. Like, overall, I really liked Divergent. It was a good, solid book, and I would definitely recommend you to read it. But just in the way of complaints, they're not even really count as complaints. Just things that I thought could have been done better. This is no way reflects, like, I think that, like the story isn't good. The story is very good. I just felt like, there should have been more of a main character, like a main villain. I needed a main villain for me to really get into it. I like villains. I feel like they really add to the story. But I didn't have a real villain that I could truly, truly hate on. Like, I needed that. I needed a villain that I could be like, I hate you, but I respect you, kind of thing. I think Peter and Eric definitely came close in the book. They almost got there for me, but yeah, there need to be something like more backstory, or they need to show up more. Just little things like that. It's not even a major complaint, and I think maybe there might be a bigger one, or they might continue being their evil villain selves in the next couple books, or however many she makes. But yeah, there definitely needs to be more of a villain. My second complaint, there's only two major ones, is there was twists in the book. I'll say there is twists. There's most definitely twists. But there wasn't any like big mind blow twists. I could predict most of the twists that were coming up, and I don't know how she could have fixed this. Just maybe less clues or something. But yeah, I could definitely predict a lot of the plot. Like, there was a few that I didn't expect. They just kind of like slipped past me. I'm like, oh, there you are, you know. Didn't expect you. But there wasn't any major like things that I could not have guessed in my entire life. Kind of twists. Those are my only complaints about the book. If you'll know if I'll really kind of hate something, because I'll go on like I said, I won't be able to hold myself back with the ranting and the spoilers, but this book did not do that for me. I overall really liked Divergent. It's probably definitely in my top 20 books. I don't really have a list of books, but it's definitely in my top 20. I definitely recommend anybody to read it. It's not like an immediate read, like you'll miss out on something, but I would definitely go maybe to your library, or I would even suggest to buy it. I bought it. It's definitely a good book. Yeah, I really liked Divergent. So, like you can see behind me, though this wall kind of failed because you can't really see it. That says "neh." If you can't see it, it says "neh." I'm gonna fix this. It's gonna change somehow. I don't know how, but this is my yay or nay. If you didn't already guess, if you didn't watch my previous video, this is my rating system. And I will be putting, like you see here, the Divergent book cover, and I will be putting it somewhere on here. I just need to find tape. Tape, 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 tape. Tape. Okay. Divergent. I am going to put Divergent right about there. I would say that is my rating of Divergent from, I would say, here to here. It's definitely in the yay section. I definitely like Divergent. It's a definite read, but it's not a major gung-ho book for me. So yeah, that is the very first book on my wall. For the next, like, once this starts to fill up, I don't know what I'll do once it starts to fill up, like, majorly, I have no idea. But, so yeah, that's my first book. Once I start getting more books on there, I'll put links to the books, on the book covers, probably by the end of the video, I'll put the links there. In the Wakings for my next review, I will be doing The Iron King by Julia Wagwa. I think I'm pronouncing her last name correctly. No, ooh, that was a fail. Julia Kagawa. Iron King by Julia Kagawa. But yeah, just for like my first, I haven't finished reading the book, and my next review will probably be up next week. So yeah, until next time, bye.